Peter Thiel was talking about how like it's not about being first, it's about being last. And that's what Facebook was. They were like one of the last social networks.
Mm-hmm.
And you could say Instagram, but they bought them. They tried to buy everyone else. So it's like, so now when I look at that through the eyes of crypto, I don't think Ethereum is going to be where DeFi goes mainstream. And the reason being is because the EVM is too inefficient, man. Coding and Solidity, you talk to developers, they spend 10% of their time coding and 90% of their time auditing the code to make sure it's secure. And even like you saw what happened with Curve, bro. How many smart contract audits have Curve's gone through? Fucking probably 5 to 10, and they still had that Viper hack. So it's like, bro, institutions see that they're not going to put billions of dollars on Ethereum. And the reason why is because Solidity treats everything as a smart contract. They treat everything as a smart contract. And whenever you treat everything as a smart contract and you have a smart contract that's having to communicate with another one, it's almost like bridging. There is a chance for a vulnerability to happen. And that's why those hacks happen. But Radix, they have what's called an asset-oriented smart contract programming language where they put assets in buckets, and it's not all about smart contracts interacting with other smart contracts. All right, so if you go, like they have multiple white papers, but if you go to their DeFi white paper, and I've made like extensive videos on all this stuff. So this is Uniswap built on Radix, man. And look at how like wonky that is. Like no matter what happens, it's a smart contract having to interact with another smart contract. Or this is what Uniswap looks like on Radix. That's a world of difference. And then not only that, bro, but like this is also Uniswap written on Ethereum versus Radix. Dude, it's 179 lines of code versus 750 lines of code. So the coding is more efficient. It's safer. They have what's called like developer royalties, so that like say you're building your options platform. Let's say you built it on Radix and you built the standard for fucking options, and people start forking your code. Were you gonna get a royalty on a per transaction basis? So that's gonna inspire like a lot of healthy competition, because they're gonna make sure that the best code is being built, and they're building their chain specifically for DeFi. Ethereum is like this everything chain where you got NFTs and DeFi and like all this shit on there. And I'm really bullish on like application specific chains, like, and that's a part of the reason why I like Cosmos. It just sucks that the Atom token doesn't accrue value other than narrative if Cosmos does well. So yeah, man, like I think like with how Radix, how Solidity, or not Solidity, how Scripto, their programming language is, I can see a lot of institutions wanting to build on there. Like obviously we have to get some traction. Like they have this mobile wallet to where you can do DeFi on mobile, and you can't do that on MetaMask and iPhones because you get fucking hacked. Like, bro, they're checking all my boxes, man. I've been following them for years.
Yeah.
And they've been building this thing for like 10 years, and they finally just turned on their blockchain.
Is XRD? Is that can I buy this on Ethereum? Is this?
Yeah, you have
XRD.
Yeah. You have EXRD, and actually, I'll show you my. This is currently the only liquidity pool that I'm in right now.
Yeah, I'm interested in. I know people say the alt L1 play is dead. There's never going to be another alt L1 worth getting into, and that Ethereum or Solana or AVAX or one of these chains, Radix, whatever one is going to win. But personally, I think that more than likely the chain of the future that everything is settling on and all these things like either hasn't been built yet or is like currently being built and like going live. Like, like you're saying, Radix just went live. Like I haven't done too much due diligence on it. Maybe Radix is that chain. But no, I personally, I'm one of those people that's like, like I don't think that the chain of the future has been widely adopted yet. I don't think Ethereum is going to be it. Nor do I think Bitcoin is. I don't think smart contracts on Bitcoin are going to be it either. I think there's going to be some really
people here in San Francisco.
Yeah, right. Tell that to people pretty much anywhere in the crypto space. But I think somebody was a Chainlink or not? Was it what was his? Was it Spartan? Was he the one that tweeted? I feel like just the other day, one of those big accounts had just tweeted about how they were like, yeah, I don't think that the future chain that everybody's going to use has been built yet either. And he got like a lot of hate for it. I can't remember if that was Spartan or if that was maybe it was Lawrence or somebody. It was somebody I follow. I was surprised to see one of those big accounts saying that. But yeah, all the Ethereum maxis get all up in arms about it. It's like, It's probably just true. Ethereum's pretty clunky. Like, let's be honest. It's not a great user experience. The UX is shitty as fuck. Honestly, I think it'll more than likely be a layer 0 type thing that wins out in the end. It'll be some like totally cross-chain, integrated with all the things, some sort of aggregator. It settles on whatever chains. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like, but I think it'll be a seamless interaction where it's like integrated with a bunch of different chains and probably has its own chain settlement layer as well or something. I think it'll be some sort of thing like that that wins out in the end, where like it abstracts away all of the bullshit that we have to deal with today, and you just are interacting with.
You don't even know you're interacting with
exactly.
it.
Yeah. And you may not even know which chain it is. Like it could be a bunch of different chains. You could be interacting with a shit ton of different chains and you don't even know. And it's all been abstracted away. And I think that's more than likely, like, the multi-chain future is here to stay. And I don't think that the one chain that wins out in the end is going to be one chain itself. I think it'll be a chain that's probably integrated and settling with like all the chains, some sort of aggregator type chain. I don't know exactly what that looks like. I don't know. I'm not a developer, so that's not something I can get into. But that's what I personally think it'll be, some sort of amalgamation of a bunch of chains or something, you know. But we'll see. See what happens in the end. But yeah, you're chilling me pretty good on Radix. I might have to get myself a little bag. Chart looks pretty decent, consolidating here too.
Bro, and so this is a pool with EXRD, which is Ethereum wrapped Radix. And that's another thing about Radix, bro. They have a one-way bridge. So to get onto the Radix mainnet, unless you have like a Bittrex or BitMEX account, or you can go on CoinGecko and see the sexes that you can bridge back and forth over. But decentralized, in terms of like decentralized bridges, there isn't one yet. And as you know, that keeps a lot of people away. Like, bro, I have a little bag of like Aussie Swap and Caviar Swap, which are like the top dexes on Radix. And you know, dexes on new chains pump big, bro. These dexes are $2 and $3 million market caps, bro. Like,
oh, wow.
The top dexes on any chain, even right now in the bear market, you got Trader Joe at 80 million, you got Uniswap at 3 billion. Like, you have a lot of chains at 100 million in the bear market.
Right.
So, like, bro, I think Radix has a lot of room to grow. Not only that, and I made a video on this too, their tokenomics are fucking fantastic. They didn't take on any VC capital, so there isn't any major unlocks.
Oh, nice.
All of the tokens are unlocked. So, and that's the reason why, like, bro, I've been in this pool for, as you can see here, 545 days, bro, almost 2 years. And it hasn't went out of range once. I've made $13,000, right?
Nice. And
it's just been printing between 40 to 60% APR like the whole time I've been in the pool, bro. And I'm not like, bro, like when I set limit orders nowadays, I don't even set regular limit orders. I'll enter into a Uni V3 position. And with Aperture Finance, I made a video on them too. They help you like automate, or not automate it. It's like a hybrid to managing your Uni V3 pools. Like, you can rebalance with one click and do a bunch of cool shit. But like, bro, I'm not exiting this pool until it goes out of range to the upside, and I'm taking profits in ETH. And like, bro, I think this is like a easy 10 to 20x here in the bear market, but 100x in the bull market for sure.